Here for folks like us, wrong city, wrong people.
Alright, welcome back to the channel everybody. ASAP Grim here, and this is going to be our final playthrough for CK3 this year. Christmas is over. This will go up on Tuesday. That'll be the last day of this month that would be available to this game because I do a Tuesday and Thursday load up for it. So it's been a great time, man. I hope you all had a Merry Christmas. I sure did. It's another fall in the books. I'm sorry to see it go, but I like winter also, so it's not like I'm in a depression or anything. But man, it just always goes by too fast for me. I don't know how it is for you guys, but we do still have New Year's to look forward to. And so, I hope that all is going well. Let's see, by the time you see this, will it have already been New Year's? No. No, this will go up on December 30th. Yeah, so I'm recording this as a Friday night on the 26th. So for me, Christmas was just yesterday. In the last episode I did, we had a bunch of red dots showing up, particularly inside of words like France and stuff like that. And the internet told me that this can sometimes become a problem and that one of the solutions is to just switch to the Vulkan mode instead of DX12. So that's what I've done. And what we may find is that it's not quite as smooth or something like that, but I mean, it looks like it's doing pretty good. So I'm excited about today's episode. Let's go ahead and unpause it. Let time start slipping forward. The reason that I am excited is that we have upgraded to keep level 2. And if we haven't, we're darn close to it. It looks like we're upgrading right here in Treviso still. So we need to make some money, but we can start upgrading our castles again, and I just think that that's pretty cool. We're making 9.1 ducats a month. That's down a little bit. Well, there it just went to 10. So, whatever was giving us a problem is no longer giving us a problem, and now it's jumping to 10.8. I think probably our land got raided or something like that. But we appear to be recovering. If we switch over to the development mode, you will notice that we are doing quite well as far as developing our home county. We're not the best on the planet. Look at Roma here. It's definitely green. We're more of a yellow still, but we're still pretty good, especially in relation to those around us. And the cool thing is that the better that we do, the more that we kind of outsource that, so it improves our neighbors also. Think of this as kind of like the Renaissance. You know, wait, is that true? I might just actually be thinking of the Renaissance in Europa Universalis. I can't remember if the development of my county helps to push development in nearby counties for CK3. We'll try and get a large herd. A big, beautiful herd. It didn't work. Okay, so, let us try looking at the economy screen. Doing pretty good, but plenty of room to develop. Look at Rome, bright green. Ravenna is looking quite good. So, we're not really separating tremendously from our peers. We're kind of in the same ballpark as them. We are definitely better than some of the outer areas around this way. So I'm pretty impressed with 10.8 ducats a month out of 2 counties, but evidently we are not way out in front of anybody. It's really just development that we're kind of separating from the pack. Let's grab Honored to Serve. That's going to increase vassal counselor tax and vassal counselor levy contribution. Excellent. Our guy is in that range that he could kind of go whenever. So be prepared for that. Here is our heir. Somewhat freakish looking. Not really his fault. He's got light eyes with sort of this dark red hair and a receding hairline. And his entire visage just looks frightening. Perhaps he likes that. Maybe that works wonders for him. Look, his wife ain't looking too nice either. So anyway, he is humble. He's diligent. And he is ambitious. So not really terrible scores here. But we'll see how that goes for us as time rolls forward. We're up to 157 ducats. Treviso is still working. Okay, so they got a little ways to go. And, the voice of reason, another council meeting, another conflict. Steward Atone and Countess Siffled are arguing violently about the religious minorities issue. As Count, I could silence them with a single word, but I have a better idea. My diplomatic pursuits have given me insight on how to handle situations like these to please everyone. Side with Atone. What is it that they're each arguing for? Arguing violently about the religious minorities issue, but what is their position? I would like to know that, but 13, 5, 63% chance of getting something good out of that. That's not bad. Or we can take opinion. Well, I'm going to shoot the dice here. Hey, we got a great compromise out of it. We got a weak hook on everybody. All right. Not what I was going for, but it worked out well. Doesn't hurt. I don't have to use them, and I won't be using them. Looks like our granddaughter can marry. Let us find you a proper man. You are 16 years old. Benilde di Treviso. The Serene Doge of Venice is only 34 years old. Done. Done. That's a neighbor. All things being relative in this game, that's a decent age gap. I mean, it's way better than marrying her off to somebody 50 or older. And he's right next door in a powerful area. That's a really good. I didn't even really have to look any further than that. Probably should have done my due diligence, but that's really good for us. We now have an alliance with Venice. That's a big deal. Okay, we're making almost 11 ducats a month. Let's pause it. We can upgrade, I think, to level 3. Can we? It's 156 gold. We can. Let's read about this. Wall towers act as excellent advantage points, allowing our soldiers to snipe away at approaching armies safely. When not at war, they're excellent to gloat at peasants from. Well, that's just funny. Danger gets reduced by 3. Fort level goes up by the same. We increase our tax. Our stationed... If we had heavy cav here, they would increase in damage and toughness. Garrison goes up by 450. Supply limit by 300. Bam. We're upgrading the castle. Treviso's getting close to being done. Do. one of these days, I really need to do a serious playthrough of CK3 again. This is one of those games, it kind of actually runs contrary to my personality. This is one of those games that if you'll stick with it, it really will put a story together for you. You'll be able to open up your tech tree and your family lineage trees and see. It's like a role-playing game, you know, like your family has all these traits to it, and eventually you start getting better and better characters, simulating like methodologies and of education that successful families engender across their family members. Your culture gets access to all kinds of new traits. You develop the land. That's why I really like to start at the very beginning, 768. Treviso just finished up. We're now making 11.2 ducats a month. And another game that I've always wanted to be able to do, but just have never had the time or patience, it seems. I do have the time if I weren't doing YouTube stuff, but I really like to do YouTube. I like to play, and I like to play different games. And so I can't fasten myself down long enough to learn how to play it, but that is Europa Universalis. And now that EU5 is available, I just kind of wish I knew how to play it, man, but that's another game that it would be fun to learn. You play as a nation in that one, whatever nation you want. So it's more politics and economy, I would say, where you're getting access to different resources, and you're establishing trade lanes with these people. You can make a trade empire that goes all over the globe. And the more money you're feeding into your nation, as long as you're managing it well and not doing like the Spaniards and just paying off your nobility, you can really, really, really make your name. Well, these guys right here did it. The British Empire. They were smart about how they did it, and their entire people raised up, and they made a worldwide trade empire. It wasn't an empire like Rome. It was more of a trade empire, but they did have incredible influence across a lot of people. So much so that nowadays, present day, there's actually a lot of resentment. And that's where you get ideas like colonialism, which I think you're just an idiot if you believe in that stuff. But I could see how somebody could get scooped up by that. You know? I can see how it could happen, because it's like confirmation bias, right? I'm mad. Why are you mad? Because things aren't good here. Why are they not good here? Well, it's those people's fault. And I can point to why. Here, and here. And, you know, I can just kind of see how it goes. But the truth is that I just really don't feel like any analogy you want to bring up. You can find this example across sports. You can find it in nation-state histories. You can find it in families. You can find it in individuals. I don't believe that people who lean heavily into looking at why their predicament is somebody else's fault really ever find success. It kind of almost doesn't matter what the truth is. What matters is your attitude and your approach to it. Are you going to overcome this, or are you going to sit around and say, well, this is why we're in a terrible condition? Because you're basically just treading water if that's what you're going to do. Anyway, very interesting things that you could really get deep into if you wanted to. I find people and societies and the tapestry of human history to be fascinating. I don't tend to demonize anybody except for liberals as a group, not as individuals. I've said that before. That's actually really important. My actual default location is like I'm team humanity, and every individual I meet, I can see the hand of God, the painter, God, the artist, the sculptor in them, because I can find good things about them, right? But when it comes to groups of people, liberals being the main one, progressives especially, I kind of despise them. because I feel like they are the glass ceiling to humanity. They're holding the rest of us down because they're naive and stupid. But then again, I feel differently whenever I start talking to an individual, or I can get around where they're bad at. And I tend to more focus on where they're good at. All right, we have funding natural philosophy. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. After 5 years, the funds I set aside for the patronage of my natural philosopher Martino have run out. I can now choose whether or not to renew my patronage for another 5 years or let him go. All right, natural philosophy is going to give us learning +2 and 15% development growth. I want to keep it. Within the context of this game, this is probably saying that this is looking into atheistic viewpoints. I wanted to state that carefully because I didn't want to say science. I think God has a monopoly on truth, and so science inevitably backs God up over the long term, over time. The more we learn about science, the more it points to God. We just have a science field right now that's pretty much ideologically captured, and so you can get blackballed if you're a scientist and you start to say, hey, I think that we're seeing more and more evidence for creative design. At least we don't have to say that there's a guy in the sky, but some kind of design concept. You could find yourself completely on the outside looking in because of ideological conformity. But so I don't want to get into a science versus God debate here because I think they dovetail together. But we're going to go ahead and take this. We do want to look into science. We want to have correct explanations for things and not chalk everything up to mystery and the ethereal, right? I probably chatted for too long on that. This is our last episode. We want to roll forward. I just find myself getting into things that I feel like I need to explain, and that's just a consistent part of my personality. I talk a lot. I over-explain. That's it. That's a consistent flaw, over-explaining. I try to be mindful of it and to course correct, but it is a tendency. Oh, so we got our wall towers up. Nice. So the next thing I would like to do is to move to a stage 5 trade port. More numerous and larger docks support an ever-increasing number of trading vessels. Development growth +25%. But look at how much that's going to cost. So this might be the last upgrade I need to do. It would be better cumulatively to upgrade the other areas. This is still expensive all by itself, man. 323, but we're close to that one. Here we go. The cheapest upgrade that we can do. We still get an additional tax per month. Hostile raid time is increased. It takes them longer to raid our territories. Defender holding advantage +4, levies +75. So, that's my bad. That's what we have. So, but all these things are going to increase. It would cost us 185 gold. The second most important companion for a hunter is the bird of prey, many of which are kept in the aviaries. Aviaries? Aviaries. It's got to be aviaries. Hunting grounds. Aviaries. Okay, upgrade. There we go. What do we have here? You can ask your head of faith for claims. No, I'm not interested in claims. I wouldn't mind money. But, we can declare war on Croatia. Well, we're not going to. The Queen of Bavaria is our daughter. Way to go, Berenice. Okay, so Administrator, Diplomacy +1, Stewardship +3, Vassal Opinion +5, Tributary Opinion +5, Plague Resistance +10, and Parochial Vassal Opinion +10. That means a church vassal, right? I'm not 100% sure. It doesn't seem to say there. But I'm pretty sure that that's what parochial means. I don't know. That's what I think. Maybe I'm wrong. We're going to unlock that. The next tree we'll be moving down. I think we should go into diplomacy. All right, what's our stats looking like now? 12, 7, 17, 7, 6. So not bad at all. Doing good. Making 10.9 ducats a month. And we're in the summer of 1149 AD. Now, if we do wind up dying, our heir is probably going to have to take Treviso back. I'm just pretty sure that's where the laws are at. Heir to the county of Treviso. Yeah. And this dude is pretty cool. Maybe not. Dirtbag. What's going on here? Is it your fault or is it your wife's fault? She's carrying twins. And she's a partier. It's probably your wife's fault. And she's lustful. Man, them ain't even our kids, I'm guessing. We should just execute this lady. But no. We're not gonna do that. Look at this guy, man. Trusting. Honest, zealous. He didn't deserve that. I don't know. You're kind of pissing me off. What can I do to you? Murder. See, that's the neat thing about doing a long-term playthrough is that you can start out one way, but, you know, mo money, mo problems. As things get more and more complex and you got a goal of putting a family together, you start doing some crazy stuff, man. That's completely antithetical to your overall character. This game is pretty nifty, you know. Ah, there's a nifty. I haven't said nifty in a while. All right, well, this lady right here is pissed off because she doesn't have a council seat. She's a pretty good steward. Oh, but my current steward is awesome. So, no luck for you. Oh, wait, she is on my council. She not. What's it say here? The first time it happened, I barely even gave it a moment's thought, but my vassal, okay, so just my vassal, Mayor Dora, has grown bolder. Her challenges no longer pass unnoticed among my vassals. Alright, she's tested my limits and the others are sure to follow unless I give her a taste of her own medicine. Well, this one's pretty good, but it's not the smoothest move. I think it should be one of these top two. Let's try just keeping her impossibly busy with things that can never really truly be accomplished. But nobody else really knows that because of the way my rhetoric, the way that it's phrased. I can call her out in public and be like, hey, what's the status on this? And when she inevitably tells me that it's not where I want it to be, I can make her look like an incompetent fool. And that will lower her influence. You are homely. To my great surprise, Mayor Dora had managed to enlist one of the others to help her out with the task I had assigned her. As they barely had time to finish... Well, okay, this is more of that effing weirdness that trannies have brought to the field. as she barely had time to finish it properly together. Oh, I spoke too soon. That was judgmental. It's not judgmental, it's true. That's a true statement. They have needlessly complicated a bunch of BS, a bunch of stuff, right? But this sentence is grammatically correct. As they barely had time to finish it properly together, it became apparent I had asked for too much. I could not even complain about the execution. Well, so she accomplished it. Well, I'm stunned. All right, good job, Dora. Jerk, I'll have to find some other way to embarrass you. Your competence level is clearly pretty high. Oh, we'll figure out what to do about that as it develops. Hey, they just passed Christmas also. They're into the new year of 1150 AD. We're making 11.1 ducats a month. We got 200 saved up. The vile Caliph Bakir has called a jihad against the innocent people of Aragon. Well, that's not surprising. We must rally against the ruthless horde of fanatics under his command if we wish to survive. Under his, not under Bakir's command, I'm sure. It must be under Chiles. King Chill Chiles. That's funny. Alright, fine. And this is Bakir. They're both kids. Doggone it. We got toddlers squabbling on the playground and everybody's got to go fight real wars over it. I will defend my fellow Catholics. Okay. Although I would rather defend it with money sent, not troops. We're at 200, so we're waiting to upgrade this, I suppose. 323 gold. I guess we are going to have to raise our armies. We got 1,100 troops. Scroll out, out, out. Okay, so here is Aragon. We are at war against these people and these people, it looks like. So I'm going to go land over here. Holy wars, man. We're making 7.9 ducats a month because our army is raised. We gotta sail around the southern coast of Italy. I am known as a deeply pious man. Surely my devotion to God should be good for something in this life too, and not only the next. There are a number of people who would do well to be reminded that I am in the Lord's good graces. That doesn't sound like a good strategy at all. My dedication should be shouted from the towers. Like, diplomatically speaking, it's great. This is a strong move. Yeah, man, go get your reputation up with your people. But as far as your ledger with God, your relationship and status with God, this is bad. And since everything flows from that, I have been too lenient with the church this year. You could spend piety to take money from them. The King Bishop surely appreciates a devout Lord. Well, we're taking that one. Yeah, that's our liege lord. I've never done that before. We're serving under an archbishopric, a prince archbishop. That's kind of neat. It's neat because I decided to play a pious playthrough, for Christmas season. And so it all kind of fits together. Like thematic, it's immersive. This is how we operate over here. This is what things are like right here. This is how it all works. You climb the social ladder here by being godly minded. I'm sure people are going to fake stuff like that, but you know what I mean? Like every place you go to, every neighborhood you go to, if you ever move states, if you move from New York City to Tennessee or vice versa, it's do in Rome as the Romans, right? You got to learn how that place works. And we have a common theme here of how things work in Friuli. I think that's pretty neat. Okay, did my troops get there yet? Where are we at? Shoot, where are my troops at? I done lost them, guys. I think we're right here. 15,000 strong. Maybe in this group? I don't know. I mean, I could be bundled up in here with various people. I completely lost track of my troops. I don't know where we're at. Is there a way that I can maybe look at military and find my army? How you lose an army? Raise all armies? Really? I raised them already. I'm sure that that's just because we've since recruited more. Oh, we need to create men-at-arms regiments. I didn't even think about that, guys. That's kind of a bad miss. Especially when you're trying to roleplay how things would really be. This is a dangerous world. You need to... That's why I've been upgrading the forts. To be able to repel attackers or make a hard target so that they don't even attack you. They pass on to the next guy, you know. Part of that is having those retinues. I think my army might have been co-opted or something. Jihad for the Kingdom of Aragon. It's 0% still. The Aragonese flu. That's really, really bad. We had a flu. It's a consumption-based one, apparently. Pop up right exactly where we're all staging. That could be a massive advantage for the Muslims. Alright, well, we're at plus 2% right now. My mortal body. Oh, no. Oh, well, we're good. Okay. Well, that was quick. Does that mean that we have disease? I don't have my little rat icon thing to pick right now, so... Assuming it's not here. Am I leading armies? I'm not leading armies, am I? Oh, it says I'm at home. Alright. What do we got here? Available perk. Okay, I think we should go down the family hierarch line. Close family plus 15. We are real sick, though. We could be at the very edge right now. Maybe my army landed and got completely wiped out, and that's why it says raise armies. $911 levies and 4 knights. 200 pikemen's not bad. Pedri joins your court. Who the heck are you? Oh no, I'm dying. Orthodox. I think you need to get going, man. Demand conversion. Only 15%. I don't know, I guess he's just hanging out for a little bit. Oh, there we go, dismiss. Work your way down to the Greek Isles, homie. They like you there. That's where your people's at. They think alike. Orthodox. Orthodox are, there's a guy I listen to on YouTube that's Orthodox. And, I really, really appreciate that. I don't really listen to him theologically, necessarily. He helps keep me informed as to what's going on in the world and why. His name is Steve Turley. Okay, we're good to go again. But sometimes he speaks on matters of theology, and the dude's a professor. You know, he's an academic, so he knows how to teach and how to explain a thought. It doesn't mean that he's right about things, but he knows how to effectively communicate at least what he's thinking is correct. And so I really appreciate him, and I think what very little, and it is very little, what very little I've seen of people who subscribe to the Orthodox faith is that it seems to take things very seriously, and I kind of appreciate that. $345, $351. We should be able to upgrade from a Murex processing center. This center efficiently processes Murex snails, enhancing the extraction of their valuable secretions. The result is a higher quality of the coveted purple dye. Moving to level 3, we get a dye distillery. It's a pretty decent jump. The specialized distillery refines Murex secretions into a potent purple dye. Its operation significantly increases the vibrancy and value of the dye. So our tax is 0.75 a month now. Development growth goes up to 12%. Development growth per month, 0.06. We gain influence also per month. Well, we're winning this war. Uh-oh. Died of consumption. Not Vincenzo. This guy was cool, man. Alright, well, Vincenzo, it is time for you to be replaced. Thank you for a life of service. Ulrico, our son, is now our new marshal. This is the guy that we might actually have to go to war against, and he's got a good marshal score. Yikes. Do I need to raise my armies again? I think maybe I lost everybody. Let's just give it a shot. How do I do that? Go over here to, military. Raise all armies. 1. 2 armies will be disbanded. Doggone it. How about... Oh, I forget how to do this. Oh, it's over here. Disband. Okay, so I have an army raised. Can I click on you? We're decent quality. Gotta be over here somewhere. We're wrapped into somebody's army. Hey, we're about to come up on another Christmas. 1151 AD. So, are Are we going to get the entire, this whole section here? I mean, this would all be Aragon. And it's a jihad for I think they are jihading against us, right? We don't do jihads. Yeah, we're defending against them, so they are attacking us for this section here. Okay. Okay, gotcha. More allies are joining. Hey, we had another counselor die. I guess not. We're almost done. Innovation discovered. Your culture has discovered the knighthood innovation. Sweet. And the dye distillery has been constructed, and now we're making 7.3 ducats a month. This has been a neat section to start in. With that purple dye, the ability to manufacture purple dye, man. That's pretty interesting, so this might be an interesting spot for a long playthrough. I'm not likely to do it anytime soon. I would imagine my next long playthrough is going to be Barcelona. Either that or southern France here. Because these little counties over here are pretty nice. Courtier comes of age. Oh, it's my granddaughter and she's sick. Well, what would you think about Poland? Heir to the barony of Bardo. Oh, this guy's a count, though, so he's already got a county. You should go to him. And he's Italian. So that's our culture, right? So there you go. We won't send her your way until she's better. I'm sure she's healthy before sending her to another court. Son recovers. Alright. We got a lot of messages coming through. Broken Shahada. The pitiful soldiers of Allah were no match to our warriors. Under the wise and pious leadership of King Chill, the Catholic faithful repelled the invaders and reaffirmed once more their claim over Aragon. Perhaps next time, the how would you say that? Muwaladi? Muwaladi? That sounds right. Perhaps next time the Muwaladi Emir will not be so eager to throw away the lives of his followers in a futile attempt to test the power of St. George. The infidel tasted the wrath of St. George. Yeah, don't make us wrathful. Like to be peaceful. Of course, during this time, that's not really the case. We were kind of the aggressors. Not over here, we weren't. Or over here. And there's a lot about the Crusades that are really kind of misunderstood. But, from what I've learned. So, okay, so our troops, where are you guys at? There they are. Why don't you show up with any numbers? Oh, because I'm not scrolled in enough. Did you spend the whole war there? I'm mad. Man. Oh well, live and learn. Come on home, boys. Okay. Making 6.7 ducats a month. We're probably as far as we can go, except for right here. What's the next tech that we're gonna need? Really? No, we can upgrade some more. Oh, that's kind of cool. Drying flats. No tech preventing us from scaling up. Hunting towers. Yeah, it's just money. Alright, well, Treviso has to get upgraded as well. Where are my peoples at? Keep losing these guys every time they go to sea. Lose track of them. Wonder what's up with this shadowing. Deep water, maybe? I would assume that this is also deep water. Is that us? No. No, 'tis not. Oh, here our people are. Okay, disband army. Our marshal died over there in Aragon to consumption. Our troops have come home to a new marshal. We're making 10.7 ducats a month. Yeah, keep extending this, because we're getting good stuff out of it. So if we were to keep going with a playthrough like this, and I was trying to stick to the passive approach, like I can't, like a self-rule would be I can't take land by fabricating a claim on somebody and going to war against them. Then what I would probably be doing is trying to find out how do I marry subjects 3. So I'm one subject, this mayor is another. So this is a bad situation. But I would be trying to marry kids off into these families to try and get control over those counties. The appearance of a comet in the heavens causes all mortals to pause. What could this strange apparition mean? Wandering across our sky so unexpectedly. Wiser men than I have spent their lifetimes pondering less, but every uppity peasant in Friuli seems to have their own ill-thought theory. So one of the things that we face in like contemporary thought, and it's easy to understand why, but it's like the false binary, I guess. People used to explain away things like comets as being an act of God or an act of the gods. As we learned more about space and were able to observe it through telescopes and stuff like that, we began to understand what these things are made of, and that they're just part of the universe. They're not a divine omen or sign sent by God or the gods to give us, a warning or to be a positive thing or anything like that. Well, that doesn't mean that they weren't created by God. That just simply means that our previous understanding of it and an explanation of what they were, rather than being made up of material things, that they were an ethereal sign from heaven itself. They were immaterial. Doesn't mean that God didn't make them. Quick, someone hold me close. What in the world? Oh, so our guy's scared, so he doesn't want to be alone. It just looks like a rock to me. Everything's a 50-50, huh? Comments herald great deeds and great men. Let's go with that one. We gain 84 stress. These are all the same. The same results, the same likelihood. Alright, what is this one for? The ambitious trait. What do we have here? Honest trait. Well, let's try the honest. Oh, we gained 84 stress out of that. Okay. The comet panics innumerable subjects. Well, let's deal with that by holding a feast. Make everybody feel good again. Alright. It's a Christmas feast. It was, we called that on the 26th of December. Pick here, and, start. That's a bunch of stress. So I guess each bar is 100. And you have 3 bars. And diplomacy perk gained. Groomed to rule. Children receive 1 to 3 extra skill points. We got an extra stewardship point out of it. Oh yeah, no, our kids did. Okay. Yay us. Family members can get married. My daughter. Oh, this is my youngest, I think. So she, no, I'm sorry, she's not. So her husband died. She's 41. Podesta Sante. What do you have? Grand City of Ancona. Count Zerinsky, so you at least have county. The Marshal of the Pope. Alright, well, we're gonna marry her to Count Zerinsky here. Will not accept. Why not? Marriage will have low fertility and age considerations. Very well. Welcome, friends. Especially you, Dora. Enjoy. Bad reaction to food for our rival. That's right. We get a weak hook on her. What's bad reaction do? Severe health penalty? Man, I ain't trying to kill her. I just don't like her. Alright. This is where I want to be. Good folk. Yeah, give me the 105 stress loss. Need that. Okay, Matilda. Who will take you? I don't want to marry you to any of our own kids. That's disgusting. Find a spouse. Nope, it's arrange a marriage. You are... my courtier. Oh, okay. Are you my courtier? That's my steward, and you're smart. How do I arrange for that? There we matrilineally. Alright, go make babies. Yes. Grow the family. Adalberto. Adalberto is 17 years old. We have a Danish girl here, 20. A Breton, a Castilian, a Russian, 22 and 29. Kinds of... this is pretty good, but she's a bleeder. No special traits, and I kind of tend to ignore that anyway. Genius! Can I turn it down? I cannot. Doggone it. I need to find a mod that erases those traits so that I can't see them. The only ones that you should be able to see are things that are physically obvious. You can tell if somebody's a giant or if they're a hunchback. Alright, Adalberto. Who's your dad? Oh boy, I don't know if I want to do that. I'm making his part of the family real strong. Alright, what a good evening. Hit pause. What about Rambaldo? Who's your kid? Oh man, they're both Adalberto's. You don't even have a boy yet. Why do we have to play as this schmuck? I'd rather be Adalberto. Look at him. He looks awesome. He's got 2 kids, one of which I'm about to marry off to a doggone genius. Where did she go? X out of that. You. Where's that genius at? See, I can't turn it down, man. It's just... it's too much to pass up. There you go. Send. Rambaldo. Rambaldo, you get the Danish girl. There you go. Enjoy. Delightful. Life reaffirmed. What does that do? Gladly accept. Gladly accept. Throw Virginia out. Sure. I'm not going to demand any payments. You've gained a manipulation hook. Where's the stress loss? 32 stress lost. Alright. Finish the feast. Pause. I am not going to demand payment. Except for from Dora. Give me your money. You can pardon your granddaughter-in-law. For what? Oh my goodness gracious. No. Imprison. If you fail, she will leave your court. Use a hook. She's a known criminal. Stand by, stand by, stand by. We have a dynasty legacy we can take. I think we should take erudition, skilled guest, clerical approval, and capable advisors. Oh, I was working on law. Yeah, we should go with faithful magistrate. I mean, it's not really applicable. Maybe we shouldn't. What else do we have here? Learn language, cultural acceptance. Who wants cultural acceptance? All right, prowess and knight effectiveness. No, we're not really warriors. Ominous reputation. Oh, because we're guile. We have guile. Okay, blood. Chance of inheriting good congenital traits and chance of getting new congenital traits. Well, that sounds pretty farging neat. How do you just magic that into a bloodline? Careful breeding to produce the most worthy successors. How about we go with Ken? That seems family friendly. Like family oriented. Large, skilled families where members aid and support each other. Man, that sounds perfect. It's exactly what I want. And it's realistic, right? Alright, your dynasty has unlocked the Bounteous Loins dynasty legacy. Good. Alright, now you. What can we do? I need to scheme against you somehow. Because I need to get a hook on her. I don't know how I would do that. I can learn her language. Man. And murdering people in this game now is such a pain in the neck. I don't know if I'm just misunderstanding about that, but it's like you could spend a whole playthrough, centuries, trying to get somebody murdered. I guess not. You'd have to have a mod that gave people immortality, but it really takes a long time. I'd like to do this. He won't accept. Oh, plus she has virtuous traits. Well, doggone it. I guess I'm not doing anything anyway, so I'll try to trick her into thinking. It's not really a good guy Greg playthrough move, though, is it? Invitation to a hunt. I don't think so. Can lawfully imprison her, but the success chance is really, really small. So I don't want to do that. Gotta let her sit there for a bit. Alright, we're making 10.6 ducats a month, and, well, that's kind of a downer of a note, really, but we gotta end this episode, and therefore this series. So, I am gonna create a save as just because, I don't know why, but I'm about to uninstall this game. You know, we're done. We are done. Look at Leon getting real big over here. Castile is shrinking. Spouse is patron of theologians. Interesting. Alright guys, again, I'm Aesop Grimm. Thank you for coming by the channel. I hope you like what you saw. More importantly, I hope all is well in your neck of the woods. I guess as one final thing, we have 276 gold. What would I have spent that on? We could have upgraded to hunting towers. Everything else is right here is probably what I would have done. Second curtain wall. The addition of a second curtain wall makes for an unsurpassed defensive position. If an enemy army manages to break through the first wall, they will be greeted by yet another, enough to demoralize any assailant, and we would get these advantages. That's what I would have gone with. Alright. And now, just because it makes me feel good, I'll save it. Alright, guys. Again, I'm Aesop Grim. Thank you for coming by the channel. I hope you like what you saw. More importantly, I hope all is well in your neck of the woods as we move towards a new year. And I hope you had a great Christmas season and that all is well with you. And I'll see you in my other episodes where those stories continue.
This place ain't no such thing as civilized.